Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Talkmen Tuesday. Sora and Angel back at it again. Sora,
Angel.
how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful evening coming on. We've had nice weather, so no complaints.
I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to tell a joke, so we're just going to roll with the intro.
Roll it.
Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah. Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah.
Oh!
Another day, another dollar.
Yes. At Double Chico.
Ooh,
So relaxing.
and a root beer.
Does your root beer give you that relaxation feel like as like a beer would? Maybe I'm just
No, I mean, not as like a beer would, but I only drink these at the end of the day, and so whenever I open one up, I'm like, now it's time to relax. So it gives me that kind of mentality to it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, my Topo Chico relaxes me like how a beer would for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, I can't put my mind to it. Like, I don't know why. I'm like, what is it? They just think about the memories or just like enjoying the taste? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It goes too deep.
Whatever it is, it works.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions.
I'm trying to go too deep into myself, which I don't know the answer to. So, okay. Excuse me. And this is what happens when you drink Double Chico.
Yeah, you got the burps.
This is not good, Soren.
See, I am lucky. I'm not sure if lucky is the right word, but I can't burp. I did the thing where you chug a Sprite and then it's supposed to like force you to burp.
No.
I didn't burp. Like
No
my chest
way.
hurt, but I didn't burp.
No
And they
way.
it made my stomach upset because like it was all bubbly in there, but I just can't burp. It's very weird. I've never been able to burp.
I need to see this to believe this. Sorry, Soren.
I mean, I have, I guess, eyewitness in my wife.
My wife.
And believe me, she wants me to burp. She thinks it's weird that I haven't. And I believe it's weird that I haven't. But
Okay, so next episode, get a Sprite, you chug it at the beginning of the podcast. If you don't burp for the whole 45 minutes, then you'll have all the witnesses who are watch this.
well, it's a podcast, so how would they know?
Ooh, YouTube. Or if they listen to it. If we don't hear a burp, that it's not from me. Because I'll probably burp.
Yeah, you're just going to burp in the middle and be like, sorry, burp.
Hey, it was Spotify if you look at the video. Spotify is introducing video
Yeah?
podcast. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting concept. But, I mean, it's really no different than to anything that goes on through YouTube, so it's all the same.
So, it might just be better discovery than YouTube, I think. But then YouTube itself, it's a good discovery. I don't know now. Like, YouTube's good for, like, search engine. But then if you're just trying to find a podcast on Spotify, maybe all the other clutter won't mess it up somehow.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes, though, with YouTube, like, people generally don't search, I feel, for, like, podcasts on YouTube. I feel like a lot of the time people go to the other areas if they're looking for a podcast specifically. Mainly because YouTube doesn't necessarily have the reputation. Like, there are definitely podcasts on YouTube, ours included, but it just doesn't have, I feel like, that reputation of being that podcast, because podcasts generally are just, I mean, audio-based, and YouTube's obviously for video, too, and so probably something that they're trying to keep up, or people that have, like, big channels or something still post on it, but probably get more traction elsewhere.
Oh, my dad's calling right now, so I might need to be back real quick. Give me, like, 5 minutes.
Do what you gotta do.
Thank you.
Ba-ba-ba. So while Angel's gone, I'll just talk about random things just because it's going to be a solo show. So I was telling Angel beforehand, got a wedding that is coming up and going to Boston. And so for those of you that have been to Boston or are from Boston, know of Boston, the big thing I feel for a lot of tourists, myself included, is to do the lobster rolls. And so that's something that I'm very excited about, is getting a lobster roll. And whether it's a hot one or a cold one, it doesn't necessarily matter, just because I'm one of those people that is a physical garbage can when it comes to food, and I will just eat whatever is in front of me as long as it's not spicy. That's kind of the big thing for me, is I can't do spice too much. But seafood, Indian food, Italian food, I don't know why I just combined seafood with like different ethnic foods, but I really don't dislike anything. Like I like tofu. I think tofu is interesting enough. So excited to get a buttery lobster roll. I've been to Boston before, but second time. So getting myself a lobster roll while I'm there. I was talking about lobster rolls, and now I'm going to get one when I'm in Boston.
You're going to be in Boston?
Yep.
When are you going to Boston?
Thursday. Thursday through Sunday.
Thursday to Sunday. Mm-hmm. Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts. I'm going to yell at people, hey, I'm walking here. Hey, where are the khakis?
Big city?
Big city.
Is it a big city, Boston, Massachusetts?
I feel like it's a bigger city. It's definitely like, maybe it's like the size of Chicago. Maybe a little smaller. But it's definitely a large place. It's actually really cool because where we're staying is pretty close to like the main garden or park in Boston. And there's this TikToker who he does $1 portraits of people. And so you literally just walk up to him, give him $1, and he'll draw like a little portrait of you. And it takes like 30 seconds. But he's gaining a lot of traction on TikTok, and apparently sometimes the wait for him is like 3 hours long. But he does it at the park that's really close to where we are staying in the hotel. And so I told Candace I want to like at least go there to see if there's a one, if he's there, and if there's a small enough line where it's something that we could do. So
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, TikTok allowed his little business to thrive 3 hour times.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm sure he makes a pretty solid amount of money. I mean, if it's 30 seconds for each portrait, and sometimes there's a 3 hour wait, like I'm sure that's something that.
Does he just accept donations, or like does he have like an actual set amount?
No, I think he just has like just pay $1 and that's all. I'm sure like if you give him more than $1, he'll take it, but so that's something that I wanna check out. I think would be really cool to see. But that actually reminded me, talking about like small businesses. Have you seen the guy on TikTok? I don't know what his account is, but he's like a watchmaker. He makes different watches, and his whole thing is he likes to go around different places in Europe, and then he goes live on his TikTok. And the first one to come up to him and say, "I love your journey," gets a free watch. Have you seen him before?
No.
It's pretty wild. It just like his initial thing was to just see like what reach TikTok has, and he like goes into like random spots, but like he tells people generally where he'll be, but like he doesn't tell them when he's going, and it takes people like from the time he goes live like 12-15 minutes for somebody to come find him. And like it's wild. Like, and it just goes to show, like, just again the audience reach that TikTok has, and what times people can like get the media that you're sending out there.
Yeah, it's always just weird seeing like because online it's just numbers on the screen, but then like once you like actually put those numbers to like the people, you're like, what? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you following Ryan Trey something journey on YouTube? No. He is delivering a penny to Mr. Beast from California to... Where's Mr. Beast? South Carolina. He's in the East Coast. North Carolina, Charleston.
Yeah,
So-
he's somewhere. He's in one of the Carolinas.
Mm-hmm. And so one of his previous series does like really well, like surviving on a penny a day, or like turning a penny into like a house, like 24 hours, like a week. So he made it a whole 30-day series since he realized those kind of series work really well. And so he's like raising money towards feeding America as well.
Huh.
It's like June 30-day journey, 31-day journey, 30-day journey.
Ryan Trahan.
One of his videos got into the trending page, and I think he also put it that for every subscriber he gets this month, he'll be donating a penny to that cause, and he's raised, I think, close to $1 million for feeding America.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart thing. If you can get people to subscribe to you, I mean, then you'll get a lot more money outside of that, too.
Mm-hmm. And then people are donating to his cause as well. And then, like, so he started off with a penny, and every time somebody donates $50,000 to like, his cause, he has to reset and down to a penny again, and like that. So it's an interesting concept, and apparently it's done really well in the past. And this time, I'm guessing he's got like 1.5 million subscribers from this month alone. So it's
That's
going well.
wild.
And some videos on trending page, at least like 7 or 8. But that's still all YouTube.
Yeah. No, and that's such a cool concept, too, because people, if they donate, they're giving to charity, but then they're also, it's a business still, like they're boosting up him and getting him higher up there. So that's a smart concept that he's doing.
I think he started off with, he kind of rose to fame on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And then did YouTube videos. And now he's doing this series, which is pretty good.
I'm trying to pull up his subscriber count. Let's see.
You like 9.5.
Yeah, but like the graph for him.
Ryan Trahan. There we go.
Yeah, so right now he's gained 2.21 million subscribers in the last 30 days. His videos in the last month have gotten 237 million views. And then look at this, his estimated monthly earning. Like, this is such a big number. It's between 59,000 and 948,000. Like, what? Well, of course, like, anybody can say something like that. But last year, at this time last year, he had 30,000 subscribers.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no. He gained 30, on average, like 10,000, 30,000 a month.
Uh-huh.
And now it says he's gaining around, maxed up to 800,000 in a week. Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yeah, this is a really good month for him.
Yeah. On Wednesday, wait, no, what's that? So his last video, which was up on Monday, or I guess no, just Monday, he made an estimated $34,000. Jeez. Sheesh. Let's do that for Mr. Beast. Let's do Mr. Beast. It's a really cool website, Social Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Beast. I think it's just crazy. Like, for Mr. Beast, he gains like a consistent like 100,000, 200,000 subscribers each week generally, and then whenever he releases a video, it just boosts up like crazy. But let's see. On a weekly average, Mr. Beast makes $341,000 on the high end. With like, I'm assuming that goes into sponsors and all that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
17 million a year just from his YouTube, from the primary YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Sometimes
What does PewDiePie have?
Sometimes his Reacts videos go on the trending page, and those are like the best ROI ones because it's literally just him reacting to the video.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way to do it. Like, you don't have to make any of the content. You literally just react to other people's stuff. Like,
in terms of expenses, it's like there's no expenses. You videotape yourself reacting. Like, of course, we did that.
And he's got a gaming channel too, and like it's a lot of it's been in like Minecraft, where it's like I brought 100 people in to build something that they want, and we chose one, and we got that for them, type of thing. But it's like that's an easy setup. You literally just have other people make a bunch of stuff, then you go in, you react to it, and all you need are 4 laptops for the 4 people, like for the 4 friends, like, and cameras, and that's all you need. But obviously he had to get to some point before he was able to do that, but...
Yeah. His previous videos, like, counting to, like, 1,000. Or, like, saying Jake Paul or, like, Logan Paul. I don't know how many times. Which is just
I remember those videos.
I've never seen them. I've only heard about him from, like, his current interviews. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I mean, they were, like... It was wild. Like, it would be, like... He would have, like, a computer that it would show the screen of, and it would be like a counter up, and he would have to push a space bar. Like, whenever he pushed a space bar, it would add a number to it. So it would be like saying Jake Paul 100,000 times. And he'd go, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul. But like the video itself is like, some of them are like 10 hours long, and it's just constant, just going. And somebody was like, has anybody actually sat in here and watched this entire video? Most likely not, but like, why would he risk somebody doing that, exposing him, and then losing everything? And so, like, they were just massively long videos.
And now he's up there. He's in. Did he already pass PewDiePie or no?
No, so PewDiePie is 111 million, and Mr. Beast is 97 million. What was that one music station that beat PewDiePie, but it was like all bots? What was it? It was PewDiePie T-Series.
Yep, T-Series. Oh, T-Series. Oh, snap. They already passed it. 219.
Yeah, well, so T-Series, they passed PewDiePie a while ago. I want to say it was like over a year at this point, but it was something where people were like, this isn't fair, because T-Series literally just has a bunch of bots that are following them. And so like, it's not even like real people that are interacting with it at all. And so that was a big thing, but PewDiePie was all happy when they did pass it, because he's like, it's a lot of pressure that's off you if you're not number one. And so it's one of those things that I don't think Mr. Beast said he wanted to pass PewDiePie, but I'm sure that he'll be happy if he does. And I guess I should say when he does.
Yeah, Mr. Beast number 5. 5th.
Yeah, what's the ranking?
First T-Series. This is from Wikipedia, so sorry if it's wrong. But T-Series first, Coco Melon second, SET India third, 4th PewDiePie, 5th Mr. Beast. 6th.
What does it tell you what they have subscriber count wise?
T-Series 219 million, Coco Melon 138, SET India 136, PewDiePie 111, Mr. Beast 97.6.
Is Markiplier on that list?
Who?
Markiplier?
Markiplier.
Markiplier. Second.
Next was like Nastia, Kidstiana show.
Markiplier doesn't even have 1 million. He's not going to be on that list. No, wait, Markiplier is 33 million.
The top 50 is the lowest one is 42 million.
Jeez.
Top
That's
50.
wild.
Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift. There's another T-Series, Becky Shaga. Ariana Grande. It's like...
I mean, the fact that T-Series has almost 100 million more than the second place Coco Melon is astonishing.
It's in India though. It's like they have a ton of people over there.
Yeah.
I'll assume because I have never been to India. I'm sorry.
Isn't it like it's like a music video place, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most of them, most of the top people are music artists. Because if people go to YouTube to listen to music, and they're on repeat, the most watched videos on YouTube are music videos. Because
Yeah.
people just watch them over and listen to them over and over. That is insane. Dude Perfect. I did not realize Dude Perfect was 22.
They're the 22nd?
Yeah, with 57.7 million.
I mean, whenever they have a new video out, I always watch their videos. You get to a certain point, I feel like, except for PewDiePie. PewDiePie's one of those people that I feel like has consistently always put out videos. But like, you get to a certain point where you can get away with not putting a video out every week. Like, Dude Perfect puts a video out probably once a month, kind of like Mr. Beast does, but then it gains such attraction behind it because there hasn't been a video in a while. And then it probably bumps to everybody's, hey, you should watch this, just because like if you're subscribed to it, it's like they finally put a new one out, so.
That is insane.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how like kids nowadays, they grew up with like YouTube. And like when we were growing up, it's like whatever was on the TV.
Yeah.
You didn't like it too bad.
I feel like now, though, it's one of those things that, not that it was easy to be found, because by no means was it, but when YouTube was new, it was like a lot of unknowns with it, and so it wasn't as competitive. Now I feel like it's just so crazy competitive because there's so many people that are creating new YouTube channels and trying to post videos every day, essentially, probably every week, and like to kind of make a presence, you have to be like super, super unique and super, super lucky with it. It's just harder and harder to make a career just because there's a lot of big fish in the pond already.
Makes sense. It's kind of like what TikTok was like. It kind of still is. TikTok is easier to get found rather than like YouTube. That's what a lot of TikTok stars do, and then they try to go to YouTube because it's more established and they probably get better revenue off YouTube than TikTok. But to like migrate that fan base, that's hard.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right with that. One of the streamers that I watch every once in a while, he always tells people ask him like, what advice do you have for somebody that's just starting out? He's like, create a YouTube channel and everything, but go on TikTok and post on TikTok just because the viewability there is a lot better than it is if you're just solely on YouTube. And so he's like, post your YouTube videos, but then like have your highlight clips or whatever in TikToks. And then if you go live on TikTok and then tell people, hey, you've got these other places. And so he's like, don't just do one or the other, but if you are going to do one, do just TikTok.
I can see that.
I mean, because if you have the right hashtag, like, you can get, or like the right sound, like you can get a lot of good traction on it.
With TikTok, you used to be able to, they used to change the trending hashtags every, like, I want to say, there's like a certain time where they used to do it. So if you, I think it was like probably 8 or 9 Central Time, one of those times. But so like if you were one of the first ones to see those hashtags and use that specific hashtag, you had a really good chance of actually being stuck on the top, I want to say 7 or 8 videos there. I want to say someone from TikTok chose those 7, or even sometimes just the first 7 with that hashtag, and they would just like leave them on top so you get more views.
I mean, there's a science.
I figured that out. I'm like,
definitely
what?
a science.
Because like I would always see like those trending videos. I'm like, those top 7 aren't necessarily the best ones. Like, how did they get chosen? And then you slowly saw it that there was like, it's a first come first served basis.
Yeah.
But then now they got bigger, they actually choose like really good ones. So it's also the first 7, but then also they probably got more people, So they keep looking at the best ones, and then they replace them slowly.
Yeah.
They used to just choose the top 7 and leave them alone. Or like the first 7 and leave them alone. So that was interesting.
Yeah, and they definitely probably know now, too, that a lot of people are trying to be one of the first people that click it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, instead of just having the luck of the draw, like, they'll do it for the, like you said, for the first 7, but then everybody else, it kind of just goes based off of, like you said, that popularity piece of it all and all that.
They might still do it with sponsored posts. I think less people are more inclined to make a sponsored post when they're not the one sponsored. But then it's like give and take of like, hey, if you make a free sponsored post, you might end up being on that hashtag trend. Because that was another one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, how can I be the one, like, one of the first ones on that kind of video? But then it's like the first 10 minutes. You gotta be like on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh.
I always skip through sponsored posts. I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Well, it wasn't like officially sponsored, but it just had the hashtag sponsored. That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
So it wasn't like
it wasn't marked as it.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't marked as sponsored. You just helped the trending sponsored hashtag by hashtagging your video with that specific hashtag. And I'm guessing TikTok would appreciate those because there's you could show off to the company. It's like, hey, people are
look at all of our sponsors.
People are making videos about your product or brand, so you are getting some recognition. Wait, sorry.
Hey, Joel.
Would you rather be reincarnated as a fly or just cease to exist after you die? Is it better to live life eating poop or not to live at all?
Well, the average lifespan of a fly is 28 days.
No way.
Yep, Googled it.
What?
That's going to play into my answer.
28.
I feel like if I'm a fly, I'm suffering. Like, just straight up. If you are a human and then you get reincarnated as a fly, it might be cool for the first, I don't know, half an hour as you're flying around and everything.
Before you get zapped or swatted.
Yeah, everything's trying to kill you. All like the predators out there, like, you're a fly, what are you doing? So I'd rather just cease to exist than fret for my life for the next 28 days.
You're just like, yeah. I can't believe you put that in my mind, 28 days. And I'm like, what if like you want to give out a message to like your loved ones or whatnot, but if you try to be a fly, they're gonna swat you.
Yeah, well, and how are you gonna do that? Like, you can't just buzz at them. It's not like you can pick up a pen and write because you're a fly. You don't have that strength. You're gonna use manure, and then they're gonna get mad because there's poop on the ground.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes from a fly.
I just don't want to die.
No offense to all the flies listening.
I'm just like, I don't want to die though. What do you do?
Well, it's either you die now or you die in 28 days.
I'm going with a fly. I gotta try to somewhat leave a message as a fly.
I wish you luck, because the first thing I do when I see a fly is I swat at it. I don't see if it has a story to tell me. Go for the kill.
Next time you see a fly, you're like, hey, enjoy your life?
Yeah, I'll just message you and be like, hey, you good? Sorry, there's a fly.
Yeah. The 28 days almost convinced me not to, but I'm like, no, I gotta try.
What message would you give your loved ones?
My mind goes to like, there's life after death.
There's 28 days of life after death. For me personally, I don't know if it's still going to be alive for you.
That's just like my
to each their own, I guess.
That's like my silly thing. I guess like the if they actually just be like, everything's all right. Like, I'm okay. I'm a fly.
Yeah. See ya. Wait, yeah, and that's a common housefly. Fruit fly, average lifespan 8 to 15 days. Oof. So hopefully you're a house fly and not a fruit fly, or else your lifespan gets cut in half.
Oh. Alright, sorry. Ooh, let's see. Would you rather never get angry or never be envious? Get your Buddha on and be at peace? But which one plagues you more? So never get angry or never be envious.
I think I'm going to say never get angry. Because I feel like I'm very good with my enviness. Like, I used to be a very envious person. And then I realized, like, that's just not a good light to have. And so I like, kind of switched up my thought process when it comes to that. And so I think I got that under control. So I'm going to say I'd rather have no anger. Not that, like, I'm an angry person now, but out of those two, I think I've got a better hold on my envy. So I'll say no anger.
This is one of those of like, ditto.
Yeah, same.
Same.
What he said.
Yeah. Like, when you were saying that, like, yeah, you put it in such a nice way. I would have been like, I don't want to be angry, and then 2, envious. I feel like if I'm envious, 5-10 seconds I'm envious, and I'm like, I'm not a fly, so life is good.
Wow, but you will be apparently later, so hold tight to that.
In due time. Then I have to like run for my life because everybody can see me. Oh snap! I just saw a fly. Sorry, is that you?
It's a family member.
It's a family
Don't
member.
kill it.
No, it's annoying.
It's trying to write a message.
Yeah, it's gonna get buzzed right now. It's gonna go to electrical now. Oh shit! You'll see it. Do you see it? It's coming. Oh, did you see it? No.
No.
Okay. It like went like. Zzz. Okay, I guess it went like. Yeah, you might have not seen it.
Yeah, it's got to come in like a very small window for me to be able to see it, just because Riverside cuts off some like the background and stuff too, so it's got to be.
Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Alright, oh. Sorry.
Angel.
Dun dun dun. I don't know about this one. Alright, would you rather have a horribly corrupt government or no government? I love this question because it gets into where the lines between a government helping its citizens thrive versus holding them back. When does a government cease being a useful tool for the humans living under it?
Wow, how fitting to ask this question on the primary election day, or primary voting day.
I thought you were going to be like 4th of July.
Yeah, happy 4th of July, everybody. Talkmen Tuesday, come at you on a Tuesday and the 4th of July.
Yeah, I thought you were like, how fitting it is at 4th of July when our forefathers fought a corrupt government. Where are you going with it? Sorry. I'm going to let you finish. Sorry. I'll let you finish.
No, I mean, I was just going to say happy first primary voting day for everybody in Illinois. That was it. I had nothing else to add to that. I feel like with this question, it's tough because I feel like if you ask a lot of people, they'll say like, "Oh, we already have a corrupt government, so what's the difference?" And then if you ask some people, they'd say like, "I'd rather have some form of government than complete anarchy and everybody going for themselves." So I feel like it depends to what level of corruptness is involved.
Highly corrupt.
But I'm just going to assume like...
Oh, wait, no, horribly corrupt. Horribly, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just assuming it's the worst corrupt out of everything. So then I'm going to say no government compared to like the absolute worst of the worst government. Do police officers count as government? So, like, if I say no government, does that mean there's no police officers, or do we still have, like, general societal rules? Because that's going to play a part.
Well, horribly corrupt governments. I'm guessing the cops would also be horribly corrupt.
Yeah, then I'm going to have to go. No government whatsoever.
Yeah. I would hope for there to be a time for, like, no government and be like, we are for the people, and then slowly someone build up, like, a clean slate of, like, a better, not highly, horribly corrupt government. Because...
So kind of like a phoenix, a government rises from the ashes?
Uh-huh. Kind of like what our forefathers did with this wonderful nation.
Wow, I feel like I should put your head on, like, the not Washington Monument. Oh, my gosh. What is it in North Dakota? Mount Rushmore. Woo!
Oh.
I feel like after that speech, we should put your head on Mount Rushmore.
Hey, could you imagine when they were signing that Declaration of Independence? They were committing treason. They didn't share.
No.
They were
Down with the British.
If they didn't succeed, they were gonna die.
Yeah. That's the true definition of YOLO.
And they probably saw it as the government was way too horrible on the Americans than British. And we're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they fought back. Dun dun dun.
What would you say?
Okay,
Are you going? Wait, I know you said no government, but rise from the ashes.
Yeah. And then hopefully
we're gonna call that the Phoenix mentality. We're both going for the Phoenix mentality.
Because, like, no government, I feel like sooner or later somebody's gonna come out on top of, like, either a dictator, and I'd rather not have that. So it's like,
you don't want a dictator? That's weird.
Like, no. Like, any good times with dictator, like, no. I feel like it might sound good at some points in people's lives, but then I'm like, yeah, no. It's like the money always comes into hand. And so...
Yeah, I mean, somebody's always going to rise up. I feel like there's no true form of no government. There's always going to be some sort of leadership involved.
Neighborhood watch. So, like, town watches or whatnot.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. The neighborhood watch.
Well, if there's, like, no government and people think they can do whatever they want, it's like,
Oh. So you gotta have some people on patrol.
Yeah.
I got it. Same page now.
Okay.
I was so confused. I'm like, the neighborhood watch is gonna rise to power? No.
I think first people think they have to, like, protect themselves.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, okay, can you protect me and I protect you? And it's like the common things, like, if you see people stealing, then, like, it's not good.
It's gonna turn into the what was that one movie where it was anarchy, no rules applied for a night?
I don't know.
What was it? What was it? It was a movie where no rules for one night. The Purge. It's gonna turn like The Purge, but every day. Bum bum bum.
Wait, this might have to be the question of the day.
Do it.
Alright. Sorry. Would you rather
Angel.
be held in high regards by your parents or your friends? Your answer would probably depend a lot on your relationship with your parents and how close you are to your friends.
Well, it's tough because I'm already held in high regards to both. So.
Yeah, you have to choose one.
I feel like I've got my answer, but I'm gonna let you go first on this one. I've already got my answer locked in my head.
I feel like I'd go with parents. Like, they raised me. And hopefully, this is like my parents are like, they raised me like well, just like leave me on the streets or anything. They brought me to well, they didn't bring me. They were here in America, so I was born here. So that's great. Yeah. Oh. God bless America. 4th of July.
Yeah, happy 4th, everybody.
But yeah, high regard by our parents. Because the whole family sticks together type of stuff. And just like friends can come and go type of thing. But hopefully also, if you're in high regard by your parents, you'd be in high regard of a lot of people, which they might include your friends.
No, it does not. It's only your parents. Your friends hate you.
I've had someone kind of that happen. Like I work too much and my friends don't have time to hang out with them. Like they're kind of bitter. What can you do?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I feel that it's definitely there's a balancing act when it comes to time management, making sure that people feel appreciated and wanted to hang out with. I feel like that's something that I've had to learn growing up and just kind of into adulthood too. It's like you only have so much time in the day, but like you need to make sure that you take time for different people and like different areas of your life too. So that got deep. But
What is the answer?
my answer, so I took a different approach to this. I figured that my parents have to like me, and even if they don't respect me, they have to like me. So I went with friends.
Keep going.
I mean, that was really my only reason, because my friends aren't forced to be with me, but my parents are forced to be my parents. So yeah. That was really my answer, and I'm hopefully like if you have a lot of friends that hold you in high regards, like you got a lot of people looking out for you. But again, my whole answer just relies on the fact that my parents have to like me, when in reality they don't. But that's just how my mind went.
I don't know why I wanted to share this story. Oh, once again, if somebody calls you from no, not calls you. Somebody threatens you from the Dominican Republic, saying they're gonna sue your butt or expose you. It's a scam. It's a scam.
Tell them they're all talk. Do it.
Another guy came in. He's like, "Do you guys send money to the Dominican Republic?" And my mom was like, "Isn't that where like they scam people?" And it's like, "Well, just ask him. Is he being threatened or not?" And the guy was like, "Yeah." And it's like, "No, but I gotta pay. Like my money's not gonna get lost." There's this police guy saying that like once I wire the money. The police officer is going to be at the store picking it up, so we'll get him. I'm like, that quote-unquote police officer's in on it. He's not a police officer.
Yeah.
It's like a trio. They get him good.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they've gotten their stuff fine-tuned, and it's always evolving, too, so.
Another random story. Lady wins the lottery, and so... family comes out of the woodwork, so like, hey, we need money, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Now, this is like just a minor question. If you won the lottery and your mother was asking for money constantly over and over again, would there be a point in time where like you would have to like cut her off or like set her like a limit, a budget, or you just be like, yeah, go for it? I'm curious.
I feel like you'd have to set a limit.
This lady who won the lottery is way too shy to set them a limit, but I think she finally like set them a limit. Cause yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like if you're coming out of the woodwork, you don't need this that bad. It's just convenient now to ask for it.
The way they phrase
That's why Candace and I we said if we ever win the lottery, which we've got big plans to do, but if we ever win, we'd win it anonymously.
Huh.
Like we want to have it where like because you could choose to get the money anonymously or to let them know like you can publish your name because we're just gonna do it where our name's hidden just so that type of stuff doesn't happen. Like you don't want people reaching out to you and then getting mad at you if you don't give them money when in all reality it's like it's not your responsibility to give them money. Obviously it's like hey if there's family or friends in need to help them out, but they were doing fine before you won the lottery. Nothing's going to change. Yeah.
This lady won the lottery, and so mom's asking for, like, I want to say in a month span, I think she said in a 4-month span, she gave her, like, 15 grand And like, she said you have to give her just like $50 a week and she would survive off that. So
That's wild.
she went to Colombia, and apparently she found some there were some cousins there who also needed money because they were about to lose their house. So the lady had like send them $2,000. I'm like, they're gonna lose the house anyways. It's like it's not your responsibility to do that.
Yeah,
And it's kind of sad, but
Yeah.
she was like, wouldn't you be like sad if like your mom would ask you for money? I'm like, one, my mom wouldn't ask me for money, and two, I'd be like, there's food at the house. There's a difference between like helping them out to like stay alive to like flying them out to Colombia so they can eat really nice.
Yeah, and babying them essentially. Like, I'm not your sugar daddy. Like, you're good.
Or
type of thing.
if the mom tells her like, you're being very selfish with that money that God gave you. And it's like, I would have been like, that's why He gave it to you, not to her, because that money would have been gone by the end of the year.
Yeah,
She would have gotten.
And that's the thing. It's like, would they help you if the roles are reversed? Who knows? But most likely,
Probably not.
not.
99% chance no.
Mm-hmm.
So me, my sister, even my mom would try to convince this lady. It's like you gotta take care of yourself, one, and then two, she actually has a kid who's, what's that word? Autistic? Maybe autistic.
Okay.
And so
on the spectrum.
So she might need to take care of him later on after like he grows up and whatnot. So it's like you might need that money later on. You just never know.
Yeah.
So I was like, take care like of your family. Like, say you invested it all in like 10 years, you can't touch it or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be good too.
Yeah.
So we're trying to convince her. Yeah, like nothing to do with us, just this lady.
Yeah. If I ever won the lottery, again, chatting about that a few weeks ago, it was like, I feel like I would definitely quit my job, but then just kind of like live a not mediocre, but like not an eccentric lifestyle, but like just an average life. Like to retire when you're in your 20s and just because you won the lottery and like you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, like that would be the life. Like you could pick up a part-time job somewhere if you wanted to have some work to do, but it's like all of your problems are gone at that point. Like you are set. If you win like the $220 million ultra jackpot thing, like you have nothing to worry about at that point.
Just don't go buy a jet or like buy a yacht.
Yeah, I love those. I feel bad for the people because you know that like they just have never had this money before. But the people that win the lotteries and then they just spend all their money and then it's like, you know, you have to do taxes on all that stuff. And then they just have no money left and just like screwed. So they say the first thing you do is you get a lawyer after you win the lottery.
Yeah, pay your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Then don't tell your family, because then extended family's coming out of the woodworks. All right. So, question of the day. Do you remember the question of the day?
I don't remember the question of the day. Oh, was it the friend or family one?
Oh, no. Wait. Never mind. Ah, darn it. Why do I keep doing this to myself?
I think it was, would you rather have your friends in high regard or your family see you in high regard?
I'll go with that one.
Yeah. All right, so question of the day. And as always, Angel and I had different answers to it. But would you guys rather have your parents see you in high regard or hold you in high regard, or have your friends hold you in high regard? And so, again, Angel said parents, I said friends. And so we'd love to hear what you guys had to say about that. And you can let us know what your answers are in the comment section below if you're listening to us on YouTube or if you're listening to us on one of the podcast platforms. You can email it to us and your reasoning to talkmentuesday@gmail.com. And also, if you wanted any topics to be covered in next week's episode, let us know. This topic of this week was actually brought to us by the governor of Boston, because that's where I am going. And so he wanted us to, or they, I don't know if it's a guy or girl, they wanted us to cover Boston and Boston's great attractions this week. So if you guys have any things that you want us to talk about, let us know. We are more than happy to cover any of those areas. And as always, too, if you guys have any tips, tricks, feedback for us, we are always looking to improve your listening experience. So always happy to kind of switch things up to whatever is better for you guys. But we appreciate you all for taking the time out of your weeks to listen to us. And we look forward to talking with you all next week. But in the meantime, stay safe, social distance, give somebody a hug, and make sure to tell someone you love them. But we will talk with you guys more next week. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you, guys. Peace.